There's a strange kind of loneliness, the kind that doesn't come from being alone. It comes from feeling unseen, unheard, disconnected even when people are right beside you. You wake up, you go through the day, you talk, you laugh, you exist, but somewhere inside there's a quiet emptiness, a hollow space you can't explain. And slowly, without realizing it, you begin to pull away from people. Not because you don't care, but because something inside you is tired of hoping. Most of this begins much earlier than you think. As a child, you may not have learned how to feel safe expressing emotion. Maybe your feelings were ignored. Maybe they were minimized. Maybe they were punished. So you adopted. You learned to stay quiet, to stay strong, to stay invisible. And that child still lives inside you, still waiting to feel understood, still bracing for disappointment. So when people get close, your nervous system whispers, "Be careful." You became good at hiding, not just from others, but from yourself. You buried sadness. You swallowed anger. You ignored fear. And over time, those emotions didn't disappear. They just learned to live quietly inside your body, creating tension, fatigue, emotional numbness. So now connection feels overwhelming because closeness threatens to awaken feelings you worked so hard to silence. Somewhere along the way, you lost yourself. Not all at once, but slowly. You became who others needed you to be, who the world expected you to be, until one day, you couldn't clearly feel who you actually were. So relationships became confusing, because how do you let someone know you when you barely recognize yourself? Your mind never really rests. It replays conversations, analyzes tones, predicts rejection. You overthink everything. Every pause, every delayed message, every change in energy. So you create distance before someone else gets the chance to, because leaving first feels safer than being left. Yet, deep inside, you long for connection, for understanding, for peace, for meaning. You want to feel safe being seen. You want to stop running. You want to finally rest inside your own existence. But healing requires something terrifying: vulnerability. So when friends reach out, you hesitate. When love approaches, you pull back. Not because you don't care, but because closeness feels unfamiliar, unstable, unsafe. And deep down, you fear that if people truly see you, they might leave anyway. So you create emotional distance and call it independence. But healing begins the moment you stop abandoning yourself. When you listen to your emotions instead of silencing them. When you sit with discomfort instead of escaping it. When you allow yourself to feel without judgment. Slowly, your nervous system learns that connection doesn't always mean pain. You begin to soften, to breathe deeper, to trust slowly. Not perfectly, not quickly, but honestly. And the emptiness starts to shrink, replaced by awareness, by presence, by compassion for yourself. You stop chasing love and start becoming it. Because the truth is, you never pushed people away because you were cold. You did it because you were protecting a heart that learned to survive too early. And now, it's safe to live. It's safe to feel. It's safe to connect. You don't have to disappear to deserve peace. You are already enough, just as you are. If this video is helping you understand yourself a little better, consider subscribing.
New psychology stories like this are posted every week.